there, my name is Patrick Pearson. I'm from Houston, Texas, and I'm the director of Hands on a Hardbody.
My name is Javon Rugely. I am from Texas City, and I am the assistant director for this production.
I first became aware of this story when I saw the documentary on which the show was based in 2004 and was just fascinated by it. I was actually born in Longview, Texas, where the show takes place. And to me, this is just a show about a lot of people doing the best they can under very trying circumstances. And that is something that just makes it so fascinating to me. These aren't people of means. They're just trying to get ahead, and life keeps pushing them back. I think it's got a great book and a really exciting and fun score with lots of really good music in there. The biggest directorial challenge has been absolutely trying to stage a show in which 10 people have to pretty much be touching a truck at all times. So that's been a really exciting and fun challenge for myself and for the choreographer, Kyle Craig Bogard.
As the assistant director, I am here to help facilitate the rehearsal process and become the second-hand man for the director, taking notes, directing scenes, and making sure the production process is running smoothly. With this experience, I've learned that being a director is more than just giving one-sided direction, but opening the window for collaboration with actors. It is often stigmatized that a director tells everyone what to do and how to do it, and never gives the actors the ability to create. I've learned that being a director is that you are the mediator and guide within the production process, and that you empower actors to make big and bold choices to help with their character development throughout the rehearsal process. It isn't easy being a director, but I've learned that there are people out there to help you and ready to help you.
Hi, I'm Nikki Kimbrell. I am from Lewisville, Texas, and I'll be playing the role of Heather in Hands on a Hardbody.
Hi, my name is Sauro Dwayne Sasa. I am from Pflugerville, Texas, and I'll be playing the role of Greg Wilholt in this year's Hands on a Hardbody. I love musical theater because of its ability to bring people together. There's something truly special in a group of people from different cultures, backgrounds, ethnicities, all coming together in order to achieve one common goal. Also, throughout the rehearsal process and meetings, you also get to meet a whole bunch of new people that you otherwise might not have. And come performance night, everyone from the people in the audience to the pit, the crew, the cast on stage, we're all in agreement to go on this journey together. So for about 2 hours, all the problems of the world wither away as we agree to tell this story together.
Preparing for this role was, it was pretty fun. I mean, I don't think I'm like Heather at all. Like, not to spoil anything, but our morals differ quite a bit. Luckily, we got to do lots of book work together as a cast. Our first whole week of rehearsals was us sitting around a table. Patrick had us do journal writing exercises, which was really helpful to for all of us to get into the minds of the characters we were playing. And then one of the first memories I had, first instances in which I got to play Heather, was in my callback. I went forward and did a pretty one-dimensional performance of her, and then within that one tiny coaching session, if you can even call it that, working with Patrick in that callback, I got a whole new feel and understanding of Heather as a character. And then from that moment, I got to think about and build upon her as a person rather than her as just a person in a musical. She has feelings and emotions. So once I started thinking about her 4 or 5 dimensionally, I started seeing the play in the world through her lens. And once I got into her mindset, it really helped me physicalize and embody her as a character on stage.
The biggest takeaway I have from this production is the idea that no story is too little, too small, or irrelevant. If a car dealership contest in Longview, Texas can make its way onto the Broadway stage, who's to say that your story can't and shouldn't be told?
I gotta be honest, I didn't really think about like the overall theme of the show until we were almost done with our book work. Once we got to Keep Your Hands on It, the last song in the whole show, we had really good discussions as a cast, as a team, talking about like what the show meant. And one of my castmates, Nick, made a joke. Maybe the real truck was the friendships we made along the way. And in the moment, obviously, it was hilarious because that's a top tier joke, but it kind of tracks like with what we were discussing as a cast, is like the truck represents, in the beginning, everyone thinks like an escape, and then at the end of the show they realize that like within themselves they all make realizations as characters as to like what's really important in life. And self-reflection, I think, is a big theme in the show. And like taking it, that's what my biggest takeaway from the show was. It's like each of these characters realizing like they can do it, like perseverance, they themselves, they're enough, and they don't have to rely on like the truck, the like material like prize. Like each of them have their own redemption in a way. Some characters more than others, but that was my biggest takeaway in the show, is each of the characters has their own future, their own potential within themselves.
My name is Jenna Evelyn. I'm from Austin, Texas, and I am the stage manager of this production. As stage manager, it's my job to be a line of communication between the director, the creative teams, the technical teams, as well as helping run rehearsals, being a right hand to the director, and overseeing crew when we go into tech and we go into performances. Along with that, I also will be calling the show, which means that lights and sounds will be called at my word, and I will make sure that actors are on stage at the right place and the right time. Stage managing a musical has been very different from anything that I've ever done before. I think that when you add music and you add choreography and you're in a bigger space and there's generally more people in the cast and crew, it does present a challenge, but overall, it's just been super, super amazing to see and watch, and I just love musicals, so I think that the process has been super rewarding thus far. And I'm very grateful to be doing this right now.
My name is Carrie Shooter. I am from Northeast Houston, and I am the dramaturg for Hands on a Hardbody. One of the things that I like to do is to look at the characters that the playwright gives us through a filter known as the Big Five personality traits. And this is an assessment tool that psychologists use today. It assumes we all have these 5 personality traits, and they are openness to experience, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. What it assumes is that having all of these personality traits, we all fall along a sliding scale differently. So when you look at the characters in the world of a play through this filter, it gives you a deeper understanding of who they are, how they move throughout their lives, how they respond to each other within the world of the play. And ultimately, ideally, it becomes a resource for actors to create a more refined performance, to make some stronger choices in their performances. TIE stands for Theatrical Intimacy Education, and this is an organization that was founded and developed by Chelsea Pace and Laura Reichard. And these are both film and theater professionals, and they are also professors in academia. And what they have done is develop practices that help establish boundaries that help create consent-based practices in rehearsal spaces and trauma-informed practices within rehearsal spaces. And these processes were introduced to the theater student body early in the semester. So now the student actors have these tools. Ultimately, what it does is it gives the power of agency to the least powerful person in the room. And that helps us to create healthier spaces, more informed spaces, and safer spaces for all theater practitioners.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for supporting Sam Houston State University's Department of Theater and Musical Theater.
Please enjoy Hands on a Hardbody.